Alright, so here we are demonstrating two variations of a detailed GL transactions listing. This report, both reports list out all detailed transactions for a specified fiscal period, fiscal year, sorted by department and for department range. Version 1 allows you to enter a range of departments. Contiguously, version 2 allows you to select from a picked list of non-contiguous departments. So here we go. In both reports, we've got a number of columns, pretty straightforward information. Filters, you can see that they all are set to begin with 3, 4, 6, and 7, which would leave out department or accounts beginning with 1, 2, 5, and 8, and 9. Parameters are set, and these filters just are in the report. Nothing changes at runtime. Parameters are like filters except they're editable at runtime. So we've got 3 parameters set up. The first one is for the fiscal year. We can set a default to be 2016. You can see you can just set that default value here equal to 2016. And then fiscal period, we've got a default range from 1 to 12. Segment 2, which is your department, would be greater than or equal to from this, and then your 2 would be less than or equal to. And the default is from nothing to ZZZ, like most things in Sage. Sort fields we have by department, then account, fiscal year, period, and date. We're not using any aggregate filters. So now we're going to highlight this report and click Run, and you'll see the parameters come up. The defaults are inserted automatically, so we've got year 2016, fiscal period 4 to 4. We're going to do departments 190s through 191 ZZZ, and once again these are contiguous departments. I'm going to hit OK, and the report's going to run out and dump into Excel. Right now we haven't done any formatted, I haven't done any fancy templating, because what you do in Sage Intelligence is you want to get the data to be how you want it before you start formatting and doing all that, because then you end up having to redo a lot of work. So you can see we've got all the 190s and 191s, and you can see here that we have 3s, 4s. Scroll down, we've got some 6s and 7s. From here we can set default or set some Excel functions to do subtotaling and grouping, but once we don't do that again until we really are sure we have the data we want, and then we can use Excel and create a template, and it'll always run out that way. So that's version 1. I'm not going to save. Close Excel, and now we're going to look at version 2. Version 2 has the same columns and the same filters. Parameters are all the same except department, and you'll see that there's only one line of department, and it has what's called a pass-through variable. A pass-through variable is a SQL statement that allows you to pick things at runtime rather than doing a from to. So you'll see how that works when we run it out. So here we go. So here we are, 2016. Again, we'll go with period 3 this time. And now you can see the pass-through variable, and if you click on the ellipsis, you can pick non-contiguous departments. So we're going to go and we're going to pick a bunch out from the 190s. You can make this bigger, and here are my 190s. I'm going to pick out a bunch of them, but I'm going to leave some out just so you can see how the non-contiguous department ranges work. And you can actually use the down arrow and press the space bar, and that's a faster way to choose a whole bunch of departments. And I'm going to unchoose a few, and now I'm going to hit OK. And now you can see in the parameter, you can see, how all the departments that you've chosen. So now we're going to hit OK, and we're going to let that run out. And here we have our same report essentially. And I'm going to go over to the right because you haven't actually seen that there are amounts here, and this would have your description and reference. And if you actually look on sheet 2, you'll see your parameters are listed here, and that runs out every time you run. It shows what you've picked. So you can see, I probably shouldn't have best fitted that column, but you can see your all your departments that you picked. So if you're missing something, you can see, maybe you missed something at runtime. And that is option 1 and option 2.